In this lesson, we will be finding the area of a triangle. Now, triangle is one of the most common shapes that you'll see in geometry. So it's absolutely crucial that you know how to find the area of a triangle. And just a reminder, a triangle is a polygon with 3 sides. So this is a triangle. And as it is with any polygons, to find the perimeter, you just add all the sides. So this side plus this side plus this side. Okay, that's true with any polygons. You just add up all the sides. For the area though, it's a little bit more complicated with a triangle. So the important thing about a triangle when you're finding the area is similar to a parallelogram. Remember when you had a parallelogram, to find the area, you needed to know this length here, this side here, that is 90 degrees with the base. And that is also true for triangles. So let's say we have a triangle here. We have a 90-degree angle here. Okay, and let's say that this side is 3 centimeters. This side is 4 centimeters. This side is 5 centimeters. First of all, what would the perimeter be of this triangle? Well, for the perimeter, you just add all the sides. So the perimeter for this one would be 3 plus 4 plus 5, which is 12 centimeters. Okay, so the perimeter was simple. Now for the area, it's very similar to a parallelogram. Remember, for parallelogram, you multiplied the base times the height, right? And then when you did that, you actually got the area that is enclosed by these 2 sides. So this area here. And that is exactly the same thing that happens when you multiply the 2 sides that are at 90 degrees with each other. Okay, so for triangle and parallelogram, it's important that you multiply the 2 sides that are at 90 degrees. So we're not using the 5 here. Okay, so because 5 is not at 90 degrees with any of the sides. The 3 and the 4 are at 90 degrees with each other. Okay, so that's our 90 degrees. And when you multiply this by this, basically it's covering this area. Right? It's covering this area here. And you notice that it covered more than our original triangle. Our original triangle is only this much. It's only this much. And when you multiply the base times the height, it covers the whole rectangle here. And it turns out that that rectangle is exactly twice, in terms of area, it's exactly twice of this triangle here. So when you multiply 3 times 4 here, you get 12 centimeters squared. And this 12 centimeters is actually the area of this blue rectangle. Okay, because you've multiplied 3 times 4 to get this whole rectangle. So if you want to get just the triangle, just this part here, actually let me use this green color here. If you just want this area of the triangle, you'll have to divide this by 2. Okay, because this is exactly half of the area. So the area of the triangle here is going to be 12 divided by 2, which is going to equal 6 centimeters squared. Okay, so the formula, basic formula for the area of a triangle is you have to do base times the height. But if you just do base times the height, it's going to give you the area of the rectangle, or the area of the parallelogram that it covers. So you will have to, oops, not equals. You'll have to divide this by 2 to get the area of a triangle. Another way to write this is base times height times 1/2, because multiplying by 1/2 is the same as dividing by 2. So you can use either of these two formulas to find the area of a triangle. Now let's see if the same formula works for a triangle that is not a right triangle. So let's say we have a triangle like this. A triangle like this, and let's say we have 13 on this side, 15 on this side, 16 on this side, and neither of these or none of these sides are at 90 degrees with each other. So how do you find the area of this triangle? Well, we can't find the triangle or the area of this triangle yet. We need to know this length here. So this is again similar to the parallelogram. You need to know the side that is at right angles with one of the sides. So let's say that side is 12. I need to write units here. So let's say they're all in meters. What would be the perimeter and the area of this triangle? Well, first of all, for the perimeter, you just add up all the sides. Okay, so 13 plus 16 plus 15. Okay, so that's what, 29 plus 15, which is 44. And the unit is meters. So that's our perimeter. How about for the area? Well, let me actually use a different color for area. And again, for area, you need to find the area or the sides that are perpendicular to each other. If you do just the base times the height, you will get this area right here, right? Because this length is going up this much on all sides. Okay, so it covers this whole rectangle. And if you divide by 2, it's harder to see for this triangle if this in fact is exactly half, or the area of the rectangle is exactly twice the area of the triangle. But if you cut this in half like this, you can see that this part on the left side, the triangle part is exactly half of the rectangle part, right? The triangle part is exactly half the rectangle part. And it's the same on the other side, on this side. The triangle part here, trying to draw the triangle in red and the rectangle in blue, is exactly half of the rectangle part here. So in fact, the same formula works. You can just divide by 2 and get the area of the triangle. Okay, so if you divide by 2, you're going to get this part here, because you're going to get half here. My drawing is becoming messier. And you're going to get half on this side as well, which is going to be the area of the triangle. Okay, so dividing by half works. Now I've erased the measurements here, but the base is 16 times the height was 12. This is supposed to be 12 here. And then you do times 1/2 or divide by 2. You'll get the same answer either way. So it's easier if you do the times 1/2 or divide by 2 first, because that makes the number smaller. So if you do that, 1/2 times 12 is 6, and you're doing 16 times 6 here. And 12 divided by 2 is also 6, so you're doing 16 times 6. So you notice you get the same answer. Doing times 1/2 and divide by 2, you get the same answer. Okay, and that would be 96. Both of these are going to be 96. Unit is meter squared. So that would be the area of the triangle here. So, in conclusion, this is the formula for finding the area of the triangle. Important thing to remember, you need to find the base and the height that are perpendicular to each other. And you need to divide by 2. Don't forget to divide by 2 when you're finding the area of a triangle.